Around Sacramento County, unhoused people are living in tents, cars, RVs, even sleeping bags. And in all of these, there is a person, someone who wants to be seen, someone that wants to be heard. And right now, that's not the reality for the more than 9,000 unhoused people in our community. And that number could be changing. Every other year, Sacramento County conducts a point-in-time count, also known as the pit count. And volunteers count and collect information from the unhoused community. And last night, To the Point was there.
I decided to volunteer because in order to have public health interventions that help the community, you need to know who's out there.
These people just need to be seen and loved on, and we're out there to count them, and that's a big deal, and we need to help the homeless in Sacramento. It's a huge issue.
On a cold, windy, and rainy evening, volunteers piled into a room at the Sacramento State campus to pick up their name tags and orange safety vests for Sacramento's point-in-time count. For communities to receive federal funding for homelessness, every other year they're required to conduct the point-in-time count to get an accurate snapshot of how many people are experiencing homelessness.
We know that this isn't the perfect way to count the unhoused population. Not in Sacramento, not in any other community throughout the country, but it's the best we got. And it's incredibly important that we get it right.
The count is vital. The data collected from it determines not just how much federal funding our community gets to address the homeless crisis, but it also helps inform decision-making and resources at the local and state level, helping paint a better picture of finding effective solutions. Lisa Bates, the CEO of Sacramento Steps Forward, a private nonprofit and leading agency of the pit count, says once her team is able to sift through the data, resources people want often present themselves.
One of the things that surprised us during COVID was the fact that when we were able to offer non-congregate shelter, motels through Project Roomkey, we saw a tremendous uptake in the number of longtime people who are unsheltered and homeless accepting those services and coming in. So it spoke to us that if you offer the right types of resources for people, that then you see their willingness to engage in those services and to come in and seek support.
More than 800 people signed up to volunteer in this year's pit count, deploying across Sacramento in places like Elk Grove, Rancho Cordova, Folsom, and Citrus Heights. We joined a group of volunteers for night one in the two-day count. With our assigned mapped out areas, we walked the streets, neighborhoods, and bike path counting people, tents, and cars, getting a chance to also spend some time with the unhoused folks and hopefully get more information from them through a roughly 10-minute survey. One man we met shares that he's been living under a bridge after losing his job.
3 months. And were you homeless before that?
No, I had an apartment, but I lost a job and just couldn't pay rent.
While nobody we met wanted to go on camera, they did want to share their voices.
It's just hard when every day we struggle to feed ourselves every day.
The questions we asked range from mental health struggles to...
How long have you been homeless this time?
A couple of years.
How many times in the last 4 years have you been in a shelter?
Never.
We learned that for one volunteer, Cynthia, counting people was important, but letting people know someone is there to help is everything.
It's important that we stand up for them and have a voice because they matter. They're human beings, and it's important that we show up for our community.
Cynthia shared her own story of struggling with addiction and homelessness.
I don't want to be victimized, so I would sneak into abandoned houses and sleep in the closet.
Now she's 25 years sober and for decades has been working at Cottage Housing, Inc., a local program that connects people to stable housing and a range of services to help people get back on their feet and find a second chance.
I believe in giving back what was freely given to me. You know, people cared about me when I didn't know how to care about myself.
And I do want to mention that it will take a few months to calculate this year's homeless count, but there are some takeaways from past years. So in 2019, before the pandemic, volunteers counted 5,570 people experiencing homelessness throughout Sacramento County. Then in 2022, volunteers counted 67% more people, which brought us to a total of 9,278 individuals.